this is another guess, the updated 2023 XC40 Recharge. Okay, why I say this so? Because they have recently announced that they will update these models to make them better, to make them faster, and to make them efficient. Okay, now the concept is this is a hybrid. Okay, for hybrid, it has an engine plus the electric motor. But if it's an EV, it's a full-on electric. It's a full-on motor-based car. Okay, or electric motor-based cars. Again, this one is not a facelift. This is an update. Okay, so what they have made, first of all, this body kit. Okay, hats off to VOLVO. They make it really good. Because it has a single tone. Unlike the previous models where you have a black color plastic slidings, which makes it less premium, but now it's even more premium. Okay, let me close the doors to show you the profile. Well, this matches against GLC, X3, the likes of SUVs. Okay, it's a subcompact SUV. So yeah, it's quite huge. So it's quite a family SUV. Now when you come inside XC40 and XC60, what's the difference is nothing. Only the materials they used. Okay, that's it. Now I love this Aura Force Sweden's crystal. It's really nice. They really plan to do this. Okay, and materials that they use. Okay, this is new as well. I've never seen this material before. Wireless charging tray, but it's not as huge to fit your iPhone 13 Pro Max because it's 6.7 inches. Panel roof. Okay, look at that. It's a standard thing, and I like this. Oh, wow, it's touch sensitive. Okay, no longer button. SOS to have your emergency service. Okay, Movers and Wilkins, they have ambient lights. Okay, which I believe when you start the car, you can on it. Now, the side mirrors are black in color. I love this. Everything is black, and then the car is gray. So it makes a very premium feel. Okay, solid doors. Yeah. The most important thing is the side profile. Did they did the same concept as the previous one? Yes, it is. Okay, first of all, the rims. Okay, it's a bit more striking. Okay, but think about this. This is the EV. Okay, most of the EVs they covered the wheel hubs to improve the aerodynamic. Same thing as here. It's just exactly the same thing. But it has a bit of titanium finish, which is interesting. Okay. The rims is really nice. Okay. No dual tone body color like that. It's dual tone, but it's a single tone color. Okay. Now this lights same, exactly the same. There's no differences in the rear. Black color strip. Obviously no exhaust pipe. It's an EV. Okay, now let's see the differences in the interior part. How well they've made the differences. Okay, first of all, Harman Kardon sound system, nice finish. This is obviously is made from recycled materials. Okay, to save the world basically. Okay. Now accessing here is very easy, very familiar. The floating screen. Okay, now this is Google OS. Look at this. Okay, so interesting. VOLVO has made it really good. Now galley levers here, very nice. No crystal, but it's very nice to make a big differences compared to the XC90 and other models. Now this is the most practical car. Why I say this? You take out this, you can put a handbag on it. Okay. So yeah, other than that, it's still the very same stuff. Okay. Particularly the rear part. Interesting, this design. Okay. If they made the design as normal, this car would look smaller. But because of that, they have reduced the window space for this car. Okay, but it's not a big issue. Aircon vents, same size as the GLA. Okay, just that this is the EV. Okay, obviously EQA will come very soon, and it's already in Malaysia actually. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Okay guys, now it's the session for future of Mercedes-Benz vehicles. This EVs, electric cars. Okay, so what is so special about this thing? Okay, basically it all works. Okay, it's a GLC plus with electric motors and plus with the EV stylings of Mercedes-Benz. That's it. It's so simple to understand. So from this car, when you put batteries, you can change to this. That's it. That's the formula. Okay. Now the EQC badging is here. Okay, it's quite longer in European countries because this has been introduced in 2017 or 2018, somewhere around there actually. Okay. And overall, right, if you look at this car, it has a bit of resemblance of the GLC. Okay. But the color is very nice. Again, this color is the same one as the C200. Okay, it's quite a light bluish and it's really dark.
So today we only display so this ABC represents that
So yes,
you see
light strip. Again, it's just electric car with light strips. That makes a huge difference. Okay, again, they don't want to get lost of this.
very big sedan and then very
EQB 400 4matic all-wheel drive. Okay, interesting. Let's try back. Okay, now look at how beautiful they did this. It's not easy, you see. They have really put a lot of effort to design the interior of this car. Now this aircon vents rose gold treatment. Okay, it feels a bit modern. Okay, but if you look at the whole architecture of the interior, right, it makes me feel like I'm in a EQ in a GLE or an A class. So yeah, that's a big difference. Okay, steering wheel, familiar. Okay. Again, the screen. These are EQ technology.
差唔多係
So yeah,
深燈嗰啲咯。
touchpad. Okay, it still uses the very old technology, but it's really nice. First of all, this is a compact SUV, so it is not as huge as a GLC, and not as like so big as a GLE. Okay, the rims, these are 20 inches, huge. Okay, the calipers is huge. Obviously, it has a lot of outputs. So output is equals to bigger disc brakes. Okay, turbo 4matic. Yes, this is an all-wheel drive. Okay, this is an all-wheel drive. Now, okay, so interesting. Mercedes-Benz logo. Okay, so what makes it as an AMG? First of all, check number one is on the lights. Okay, look at how beautiful the lights. Okay, check number one. The dials. AMG. Okay, dual screens, 10.25 inches. Very nice, great. Red color seat belts especially. Okay, so red color seat belts. So that makes an AMG as well. And red color seats. So yeah, okay. And aluminium pedals, do not forget. So the question is it a comfortable sports SUV? Well, it should be. Okay, plenty. It's obviously bigger than the previous GLE to make sense. Okay, the 35. Okay, dual exhaust sticks to make it as a 35 again, and it's really nice. Okay, but not quite exhaust like the 45. Okay, let's access to the boot. Okay, now sports SUVs, are they enough to put your luggages? Yes, they are obviously. Okay, no spare tires, but obviously no spare tires because this is a run flat. It uses run flat. Okay, subwoofers, interesting. Okay, obviously power boot, AMG, they need this. So overall, it's a very nice compact SUV. If you want something interesting. Again, part of BMW, we have Mini today. So only one Mini is the Mini electric. So every car, every brand have electrics now. So even Mini have that. Okay, but it's very long ago they have debuted this, and now it is quite successful, and it's in fact it's quite affordable actually. Okay, if you want to go into the experience of Mini ownership, then this is a car for you. Okay, it's a stylish two-door coupe hatchback mini, okay, together with the electric battery, but the range is only about 260 kilometers, which I believe is enough, okay, just for city runs maybe, and soon with the introductions of chargers, you can travel across, okay. Just that nowadays not as much EVs is running around road, most of them are petrol cars, but interesting. Lime green, okay, this lime green is repeated all over. This S logo is in lime green, this rings lime green again is covered for aerodynamic purpose, okay. Run flat, Pirelli Cintura, regular mini tires. If you access the mini, I believe the interior is locked. New steering wheel, new infotainment system, and quite of new seats. Digital instrument panel now. So yeah, that's it. Panoramic roof together with that. Okay, very nice. Obviously, why this car is quite affordable, as I say, because this has the EV incentives. So EV incentives, they cut down the price to whatever range that it goes. Okay, Union Jack lights, classic mini. Okay, and mini logo here. Okay, nice. This logo is very cute. Okay. Simple, very simple. And the roof is in black color, so it's dual tone. So what's the price? As I told you, 197, including the mini wall box and installation. So if you pay 197, you get the wall box. But if you don't pay, then yeah, I think you must pay 191. Yes. So it's a 6,000 ringgit of differences. Okay. It's in charging, obviously. So it's very nice. Now the MPV. What's the purpose of this car? To occupy big family, 7-seater MPV. So it's quite practical, you know. But I cannot demonstrate the 7-seater as it needs a lot more energy. Aircon vents, okay, same as most of the siblings. Cup holders. This one is different. This is in white. Okay, but I believe in the duration of 4 to 5 hours, 4 to 5 years, this will become, the car will fade a bit. Okay, that's the prediction of mine. Now the question is this CKD? Yes, this is CKD. Okay. Now this panel is repeated here, but only the differences is this is hard plastic, this is leather. This again repeated, this is leather. It's kind of soft touch PU. Okay, cover this. You can hold your collar even more faster. Parking brakes, wireless charging, wireless Android Auto. Okay. Ambient lights. Nak besarkan tiras ni. Yup. Boleh control dashcam. Ini. Okay. Also by the time card. Okay. This is the color of sheets that we have: black, white, blue, red, and white. So it's a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. Produces 106 horsepower. Okay, 138 Newton meters of. Okay, it's the same engine as the regular Yaris or Vios, just that this engine is a bit more new. Okay, that's the differences. The EQV. Okay, now just now I have taken a quick look at for the EQC. Now this EQV, it's a 350. Okay. So if you see EQ model lineup, the light strip will continue here. No, there's no grills. That's it. That's the differences. Interestingly, the camera is not at the center. Maybe because of the huge logos, they cannot put it on the center. Okay, so that's the purpose of it. 360-degree cam. Mercedes-Benz, this blue color lining. So this one is LED high performance. It's not a bunker. Practical 7-seater. Okay, it's a practical 7-seater EV. Yes. The light strip, the same thing. If you see all of the EQs, it's an EQV, EQS, or EQE. The same light strip goes on. Okay. Now let's see the interior. How is it different? Okay. Mercedes-Benz logo is repeated here. Kind of silver and a blue green color combined material. Okay, nice, interesting. This one has a fabric seats. The color is beautiful. Okay, rose gold treatment. Just now we saw that in the EQC. Okay, screens is the same stuff. Okay, just the steering wheel, this touchpad. Okay, the EQB and the EQE and the EQS don't have any buttons. Simply the hyper screen, but they don't have here. Okay, so no Burmester sound system. Even though this is kind of, but not. It is not.
Then after 3 years, if there's a new model, you can swap lah. Or
This-
below, then you have to buy new car.
So let's get access to the interior. Okay, so obviously it's a new model, so there's a lot of new text. Okay, first of all, this dual screens. Okay, so let me access inside. Okay, the dual screens here, this actually resembles the iPad. Carbon fiber, wow, interesting. Look at this. They have reduced a lot of buttons compared to the previous model. I've reviewed that card also. The same model, the exact spec, C200. So yeah, it's a good family car and serves its purpose. Let's. Okay, the boot is locked, and this is the rear lights. Okay, there's no chrome lines here, so no longer. Okay lah. So it's it has the really exact lights as the E-Class. So yeah, but except it's a bit sharper. Okay,